Christmas is a special time for homecoming, and many overseas-based Guyanese make the annual trip to visit in their numbers.
Welcome to an amazing episode of Homestretch Magazine, bringing you sights, songs, and taste of our beautiful country, Guyana. This week we will showcase flamingo arts, personality of the week, Christmas chandelier, and calabash art. Looking for new ways to spruce up your home for the holidays without breaking the bank? We need to share upcycling tips.
Great. So it's the season to be jolly, and I know many people are, trying to save and budget their money, and some people don't want to always buy, like ornaments or things for the season. I'm here with Jewel, and today she'll be making a chandelier out of things that you can find in the home. Hi, Jewel.
I'm going to start off by showing you how I make these flowers, because these are going to be very important for the chandelier. And we're going to be adding some of these small little balls, right?
Great. So I'll leave you to
funny.
it, and you're gonna tell us how you
Yeah,
do it.
how all of this crazy thing will come together, right? Okay, the first I'm going to start with is I'm going to show you how to make a miniature version of this flower. These would be a lot around Christmas time now, right? I got this at Monishwar's. This is what, $100. It was like a very big piece of paper, and I cut it down to normal paper size. I normally fold these in 4 to get these really big flowers, but to get these small miniature ones, it's probably going to take a lot more folding. This is a normal 4 size. I'm just going to take a piece out of this. So I end up with this size, right? So this is how I normally get a petal, and this is what it would look like. Basically, it's like a half leaf, and then you basically get this out of it and fold the edges like this all the way down. That's basically it. One petal. So about these 5 petals should do me. So I'm gonna cut some normal small squares as well from these. So I do the same routine. So the difference with this one here, to get this kind of, as you can know, it's a different style. This one is more round and this one is more pointy. So I would normally cut the squares. Look at the square. Cut it in half like this on a slant. And then you usually have the sticky ones, and then have the plain ones at Monishwar. So I could just fold it. And there you go. See? After I finish doing all the petals and stuff to lay the flower, you're gonna need a surface, and I normally use this a circular one. I normally make it out of paper, or this is kind of soft wool material. But for this flower, this is so simple and so lightweight, I use cardboard. cut straight across like this. Or you could cut in a circle just to make it exact. So you get like a cone. So when you unfold it, boom. What I will do, I will place the big petals on the outer, and then I'm going to work on the inside with these. If you have excess on the bottom, you just cut it off. So this part you're going to need a hot glue to put basically everything together now. You could either paste it around here, paste these inner petals around here, or you could paste this inside of here and then put the inner piece inside like that, right? So you could do it anywhere. I'm just going to pick one way because depending on what mode I'm in, I just paste it anyhow. The corner of each, when you place each petal, I always paste here, paste the other one on it like that. So hot glue the edges, hot glue the bottom, and then continue doing that until I'm finished going all the way around. This is another one that I made. This here I add some beading on them. So I'm gonna do that as well to finish it off. I normally call these accent pieces, like this, the flowers, the Christmas balls, decoration, or whatever you want to put, because you don't necessarily use balls. You could use like tree, you could use like the little snowflake ones that you get, just whatever suits you, whatever color code you want or color pattern. You could even use normal flowers. You don't have to use paper flowers, but these was easy for me and a little bit more creative. This is a normal tomato tin. What I did, I spray painted it in white, cleaned it up, spray painted it, and then I took a hammer and a nail and I just basically punched some holes in it of any pattern design. So what this basically is like a lantern kind of thing. So I decided to use these paper clips. These are paper clips, right? And these, this is such an inexpensive way. These hold so tightly and they're really big. You don't have to go out and buy a whole reel or length chain or anything, because these actually work really good. Yeah, what I like with safety clips, these hold so tightly. So what I normally do, I cut a strip, right, just to run it through here to make it a little bit extra secure, right? It kind of looks bare, but when you add the extra stuff to it, it kind of makes it look pop and more Christmassy. So now in the heart of Christmas and everything, add in the balls, Christmas balls, and like I was saying before, you could add snowflakes and all of that to it. What I basically do, I just cut these pieces off and I just add strings to them. adding strings. It doesn't matter the length. It could be short, it could be long. I'm just going to be adding it throughout them. And it's just not going to be 4. I'm going to be adding more than that. Here you guys, this is what the chandelier lantern looks like.
Avoid the holiday rush. Create Christmas decors from the comfort of your home. Perhaps you have never heard of this. Today we bring you singing, dancing, and guitar through flamenco arts.
Flamenco is an artistic music and dance expression which has its origin in the Kingdom of Spain and early association with the Gypsies. It's a fusion of cultures brought together by the migrants who brought with them musical instruments such as tambourines and bells and an extensive repertoire of songs and dances. Bonding with other cultures, this cultural merge has resulted in this unique art form known as flamenco. Known for its great emotional intensity and display of feelings that artists print in its interpretations, flamenco was declared a masterpiece of the oral and intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO in 2010. Flamenco arts has spread across the world and has finally made its way to the shores of Guyana.
All the way from Spain, bringing their culture to our beautiful land. By now, you must have noticed my glam face beat. Lovely, isn't it? Meet the creative hands behind my
Beautiful, positive, down to earth, and unique are few words that can be used to describe our personality of the week. Renee Chester, a certified makeup artist. Renee literally bumped into her career whilst living in the land of the flying fish, Barbados. Anita Holder, the official Black Opal representative from our fellow CARICOM member state, motivated her.
I was using Black Opal way before, and as I was in Barbados, I wanted to replenish my stock. So I went into the Black Opal official store and I met her, and I knew what I wanted, so I asked, but my face was also well done. And Anita as well, is a makeup instructor, and she had an upcoming course. So obviously, as a business person, you're fishing for students. So she asked if I was into makeup and so on. I was like, no, not really. I mean, I model and I dance, so I dabble in makeup a little bit for performance reasons. And she encouraged me to come and do her class. I had the money at the time. I didn't really have anything much that I was doing, so I joined the class.
The beautician was the best student by the end of her course and encouraged to become a sales representative for Black Opal in Guyana, since we did not have one here.
I was focusing more on retailing the products more than becoming a makeup artist, because even coming out successful in her class, it wasn't part of the plan to become a makeup artist. And to be quite honest with you, at that point, I wasn't aware of what was going on in the makeup industry, locally, internationally, so I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't even know it was a career to have, right? I was totally just not focusing on that at all. But due to selling the products, people started to ask me, oh, I have somewhere to go, can you just do my face? I'm like, okay, no problem. And then I started to extend by watching videos on YouTube. And then I spoke to Anita and I was like, hey, this thing could be a thing. And she encouraged me, and I just never stopped going from that point.
Her career took flight. Today, Renee is the holder of many international certificates who plans to continue bettering herself in the arts.
So after I completed my classes with Anita, which is also a certification credibility that you have from Black Opal Cosmetics. So that's like 2-in-1 that I gained. And my second makeup instructor would have been Arlene Villarreal Felix from Trinidad. I did her advanced and her basic and advanced courses, and that was a few years from my first course. So the knowledge that I gained from Arlene was even more intense, even more of what was in trend at that time, and that was 2016. So from 2016 to present, I have only been upgrading with whatever is happening. I'm always looking to see what celebrity looks are out, what new products are on the market, what new techniques are on the market, and I try my best to upgrade.
With an infectious, bubbly, and terrific personality, this successful entrepreneur reminisces about how she evolved from moving around with her makeup equipment to owning a studio.
It was a Saturday. I had 2 weddings. Trust me, I wasn't the most popular makeup artist in Guyana or anything like that, but I was so booked. And the location for these 2 weddings, right? One was in Golden Grove on the East Coast, and the other one was over the river. So girl, I didn't have a professional makeup chair. I had a bar stool, right? The rotating ones. And I had a little caboodle, that's what you call it, like a makeup case, the aluminum looking ones. I had that, and then I had this Mary Kay handbag. So it's a handbag, is the caboodle, is the chair, oh, and there was a light, right? So if you see your girl in a bus coming down from the East Coast, gone to the Stelling, jump in a speedboat with all of those things, and I gone over the river. So I was very early for the first bride because she was the first, I was very early for the first bride. But the other one over the river, I was late. I was late. I own up to that. I don't try to polish it and make it sound perfect because that's just the nature of the job. Sometimes, you know, on both ends too, the client and the professional. So I got over there late, and after that, she was upset, in which she had a right to be. But after that, I remember telling my mom, no, this can't be.
From then, she started scheduling appointments and began making an impact in the industry. The lover of music, poetry, and fashion is the founder and chief executive officer of Bromeliad brand.
My brand is about so many things. It's about empowerment. It's about encouraging the youths. It's about changing the beauty industry for a more positive angle moving forward in the future. My business is about personal satisfaction as well, because if at any time within the 10 years I had gotten a little frustrated or fed up, I am the type of person that would have found something else to do. Because I believe that the minute you start to feel, oh, this job is such a bother, I ain't able to get up, and you're neglecting clients, you're snoozing your alarm, you're turning off your phone, you don't want to talk to people, indication that you should leave.
The name Bromeliad is a beautiful flower consisting of more than 3,000 species, which provides an exotic touch and brings a sense of the tropics and sun-kissed climates.
I was in Barbados when I decided, okay, I'm going to give my business a name. I was looking for a name, Googling all of these names or whatever, and I'm like, I want something so bad. But while I was in Barbados, I wanted to start a garden. So I went to a fernery to find plants. So I got a lot of crotons and ferns and so on and so forth. But as I was leaving, the person that owned the place, he just walked up to me, a beautiful flower for a beautiful lady. And I was like, huh? And I was like, this flower was the most beautiful flower that I've seen in a very long time, in person. So I'm like, what's the name of this plant? And he was like, it's a bromeliad. It means a beautiful flower just like you. I was like, okay. But at that moment, I didn't link that to the fact that I'm going to use that name. But I was obsessed over this plant for a few days, and then I started to research on it, and I was like, Bromeliad, that's the name of my business.
In 2019, Renee received the 40 Under 40 Youth Entrepreneurial Award. The award is given to young creative minds under 40 years old based on their entrepreneurial successes. In June that same year in Washington, D.C., she received an Award of Excellence at the Caribbean Style and Culture Awards for her dedicated contributions over the years. She also had the opportunity to work alongside international makeup artists whilst assisting with the preparation of models for the runway.
That award, I was extremely excited to receive because I know that I deserve it. Because not just for being 10 years in the business, because, you know, there are other makeup artists and beauticians in general in Guyana who have been in business way longer than I am. For example, Miss Pam and people like that, Miss Pamela Dillon, those are people in the industry for a very long time. So being in the industry for 10 years at such a young age and receiving awards is quite an accomplishment for me because I work hard. I had to discipline myself in ways that was tough. I'm talking about time management, I'm talking about juggling family life and work life. I'm talking about dealing with challenges within the workplace. As a few people would know, I had a fire here in 2015 just when I was in the middle of expanding my business and all that. So all those things were just a little bit of setback, but I still knew what I wanted. I kept my focus, and I just worked through the challenges.
An award-winning makeup artist who taught more than 400 students, some of whom are successful makeup artists today. Bromeliad makeup courses include the basic class, beginner's professional, and the master class.
Added to this, which is not instructed by me, is the AV Masterclass, which is the person that taught me, one of my instructors, Arlene Villarreal from Trinidad. She comes to Guyana. Well, actually, we have only done it once in 2017, but we're having the AV Masterclass again. So what that offers our students is an international certificate. So you can have your 3 certificates from Bromeliad and your AV trained certificate, making that 4. So the basic class is mainly for persons who don't necessarily want to venture off into a professional makeup artist. Like, you're not starting it for a career. The knowledge that you will gain from the basic class is to work on your face, your features, like how to understand how to contour your face, how to put on your lashes, the most suitable eyebrows and tones and so on for you. The Beginners Pro class is a little bit of knowledge from the basic, added with some professional knowledge, how to handle yourself on a bridal booking, how to do techniques for TV, for the professional woman, and for events. The master class, which is the highest level that I teach at Bromeliad, you learn makeup based on trend and category. When I say category, I mean there's bridal. Well, we have carnival now, so that's a look too, carnival makeup. And you have makeup for corporate work, right? Like managers, photo shoots for companies, and so on and so forth.
Another gifted Guyanese reaching for greatness through the arts. Art, whether you choose to create or enjoy it, is a relaxing and inspiring activity for many. Let's look into one form of art that does just that.
The calabash tree grows in parts of Africa, in South and Central America, the West Indies, and extreme southern Florida. It is often grown as an ornamental. However, it is also used in traditional systems of medicine. The tree produces a large spherical fruit that grows up to 50 centimeters in diameter. The hard shell can be used as bowls, cups, and even in creating art. Today, I will introduce you to a talented artist who uses the calabash to create some amazing pieces.
My name is Daniel Romayo, right? I'm a calabash artist. Really, not basically calabash alone. I do all kinds of different art, as you could see. All right? But really, I like to do calabash because it's something really, and you don't really find people doing calabash art. And it's something that you could really make a great impact on, you know?
The tools used by Daniel Ramaya in creating these exceptional pieces can be found in many households.
In the way how I do it, I use 2 pieces of wire. This is a bicycle spokes, and this is a piece of bucket handle, right? I even make my own tools.
Growing up, he was fascinated with art, but he developed an obsession with calabash art after his first encounter.
Now, I started doing calabash art when one day I went on the seawall taking a bath, and I saw a calabash floating in, I think it was a coconut, but it was a calabash. So I get it out of the water, and I inscribed something out of a piece of shell, them seashell, on the calabash, and left it on the beach. But when it dry, how it looks so nice, right? I said I gotta try this thing when I go home. So when I go home, I get a small screwdriver, and I get a calabash and inscribe something on it. And when this thing dry, it looks so sweet.
Like many artists, creating art is attributed to the relief of stress, and this is no different for Daniel. It also encourages creative thinking, boosts one's confidence, and generates income for him and a number of other benefits. We are born with an innate desire to express ourselves, and according to Ramaya, art offers us that opportunity. Daniel Ramaya believes that the time spent in creating his pieces accounts for the quality he produces, which sets him apart from his competitors.
A lot of other people do calabash art, right? But they don't do it like me. I sit down and carve me calabash. Up to the day, see one of my friend doing calabash. He's a calabash artist too, but he don't carve it. He scrape it with a knife. So I tell him, I mustn't scrape it. Must carve it.
Ramaya prides himself in creating profiles of his clients on a calabash.
Calabash art is truly an expression of one's thoughts and feelings. Until we meet again, do remember to like our Homestretch Magazine Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I am Lorraine Ward, reminding you to spread love, laughter, and goodwill this Christmas season.